Falling Squirrel and Creative Bites Studios presents The VALE. Press menu button to begin. Main menu. Push down on the left stick to cycle through the Continue game. Press the right trigger to select an option. Use the left stick to cycle through options.
Are you listening, Alex?
Yes. Sorry, Uncle. Just wondering why you're not drawing your sword.
I have something else in mind today, Alex. The sword is an elegant weapon made for self-defense on the road. Easy to carry and easy to dismiss as ornamental. Your shield, however, makes it a weapon of war. There are other weapons you will only find on the battlefield. Brutal weapons made to pierce armor and crush bone. This, Alex, is a warhammer.
A warhammer?
Actually, it's a wooden maul, a safer substitute for training against a true warhammer. It's not much heavier than your sword, but it serves a much different purpose. When wielded by a strong enough opponent, blows from these weapons can injure, even through your shield. Blocking heavy attacks from these weapons is still better than taking the full force of the blow. However, blocking will wear you down, and it is best to interrupt the swing with your own well-timed attack. Are you ready?
I doubt it. But let's give it a go.
On guard! Excellent. Very good. Finally, I'm going to come at you with alternating heavy attacks and quick combos. Start with your shield raised while you listen for which attack is coming.
Listen for the type of attack. Interrupt the heavy attacks and block and counter the quick combos.
Interrupt my attack. Try again. Excellent. Attacks the moment you hear my wind-up. Very good. I pray you have no cause to face these weapons in battle, but a soldier must be prepared.
Soldier? I thought I was a princess.
A princess should not ask a subject to be something she's not willing to be herself.
I understand.
What if he tries some enemy back against my father?
The valley is much wider here in the mountains. It feels good to be in open country again.
We're exposed out here.
So are our enemies.
You sound more like my uncle than a shepherd.
Men are no different from wolves and jackals. It's the ones I cannot see that I fear most. There is a ridge on our right. A good spot for an ambush. However, once we are past it, I can relax for another mile at least. In the woods, I have no peace. Hold up.
Jackals. On the ridge.
Fighters in mail with battle axes.
I hear them. Clansmen. We may be fine as long as we're not in Mara territory. Clan borders change yearly.
How will we know if we are in Mara territory?
We're in Mara territory. Ready your shield, Alex. They may throw the first axe as they charge.
Hold up.
Jackals. On the ridge.
Fighters in mail with battle axes.
They're not friendly, Shepard.
Ready your shield, Alex. They may throw the first axe as they charge.
He's scared, lass.
Quick, this one.
Those were scouts. The Mara clan are on the move.
The Odedan are driving them out?
Or they are emboldened, looking to move on other clans in the chaos. Sorry to say, Shepard, you won't find much peace out here.
You have gained 80 copper in coin and salvage.
Open up!
Has it been long since you've seen your husband?
Not long, just a few years.
We know you're in there. No sense hiding.
And he's an older gentleman. About your age?
Oh, he's seen his share of winters, yes. I'd know if he's dead, if that's what you're getting at.
If only I was so lucky.
Akram, get down here. We have guests.
You lost the key again? Typical. Coming down.
Hello.
Pleasure. Come, sit. I'll put something on. I can't promise you it will taste any good. I lost my sense of taste years ago, drinking something this old witch made for me. How long are you staying this time?
As long as our guests need.
Just the night. We'll be heading for the pass in the morning.
You won't be heading for the pass before spring. The snows have set in. Hope you like turnips. It's all I got. You'd think she would have brought some food with her after being away for what, 2 years?
You could always come with me, you know.
Well, I have the library to maintain. You really want to start up this argument again?
Well, I'm not your errand girl. Akram considers himself a seer as well. He's more interested in the past. The history of the craft, he calls it.
So, they're in on the game. They know about the Fae?
If you were any kind of seer, you'd know this before we walked in the door.
What brought them around to believing you?
Netherwolves.
How many?
10 or more. Must have been a pack that was exposed to a rift.
They're up to something, the Fae. Stories have been around town in the past few weeks. Do you think they're surfacing in aid of the Horde?
Picking sides? You know that's not their way. I'm still working out their plan.
Well, after you're watered up, you should head into the village. Ask around.
We just need to get back to the capital as soon as possible.
Is there any way to get through the pass now?
We can get you through once the weather breaks. But you may not have a home to go back to if we don't heed the warnings that are presenting themselves. You need to help us first. I'm going to visit the farmsteads to inquire about the movement of the Horde. You two should ask around town about any unusual happenings in the area. Folk up here always have stories. I'll travel with you if you come across anything particularly hair-raising.
What about your husband?
Akram will be at the library in the monastery. If you're looking for a place to nap, you should stop by for a visit.
What do you think?
I think it's a distraction we can't afford. Perhaps we can find a guide to take us through the pass.
You don't believe the realm is in danger?
There is danger everywhere. I plan to stay out of it.
What is the town like?
Looks like there is a proper smith here. The monastery is on the other side of the square.
I can hear the bells.
And it looks like there is some sort of celebration going on next to it.
Sounds like that's where most of the village is.
What you looking for, lass?
Arms and armor.
You have nasty business with the clans, do you?
Just a precaution. We're heading east.
Well, you won't find a better smith this side of the pass. And good local steel from the mines.
Push down on the left.
This short sword would suit you well. It's light and lethal. This short sword would suit you well. It's light and lethal. We'll say 120 copper.
Press the right trigger to consider purchase.
If you're looking for something a little heftier, I have this sturdy longsword for 100.
Press the right
If you're looking for better protection, I have these chainmail pieces. You can have the lot for 150 copper. This shield is strong and relatively light for 70 copper.
Press the right trigger to consider. Use the left stick to cycle item stats. Press right trigger to push down.
The short...
Use the left stick to cycle item stats. Press right trigger to buy item. Left trigger to consider other items.
The short sword, the long...
Use the left stick to cycle item stats.
Press right trigger to buy item, left trigger to consider other items. Push down.
The short.
Use the left stick to cycle item. This item will...
There you go, lass. The chain, the shield.
Use the left stick to cycle item. Push
The chain.
Use the left stick to cycle item stats. Press right trigger to buy item, left trigger to consider other items. This item...
There you go, lass. The longsword, the shield.
Use this item.
There you go, lass.
Push
I'll be going now.
character trap equipment. Use quality. Use quality basic metal military character men trap coin and you have 60 copper character.
Thank you.
Anytime, lass.
Here's the monastery. Should we look for Akram?
Press right trigger to enter, left trigger to leave.
Looks like some monks are serving ale. They've certainly drawn a crowd.
You'd scarcely know there was an invading army around.
Join us. Our fellow brothers and sisters from Bon Arthur are here with their ale. Come, drink.
Press right trigger to enter.
The crowd is full of monks.
Let's talk to the sober ones first.
Push down on the left stick to cycle through interactions of interest. Press left trigger to leave.
I'll tell you about some strange business. We have a hunter staying with us at the monastery. She fled her camp in the southward, spouting some nonsense about creatures arriving in the night, savaging the others. We're a little concerned if there was any killing going on. She may have been part of it.
Has anyone been sent to inspect the camp?
Who would go? We have our brothers and sisters from Bon Arthur to treat, and the villagers are preparing for the snows.
You're not concerned about what happened at the camp?
We're a sanctuary, and we maintain that by staying out of trouble.
See? I'm not the only one who thinks like this.
I can tell you where the camp is if you want to have a look.
Press right trigger to take up this quest.
We should find Maggie. She'll want to know about the camp.
All right, let's go find her.
I can already smell it. Something from the nether. You say the monks thought the hunter was mad? Funny how ignorant learned people can be.
Could they have chosen a darker site to make camp?
I believe the darker side chose them. Whatever you're seeing is not natural.
I hear something.
On the other side of the camp,
Yes. What is it?
a small rift. A connection to the Fey world. I haven't come across one in decades. We should go to it. It may have answers. You lead the way, Alex.
What's that terrible sound?
Nether wolves. Feeding.
Feeding on what?
Hunters.
Wonderful.
We have options. The wolves will take their time consuming flesh, bone and all, and once they've had a meal, they're not likely to let go. If we're careful, we may be able to move past them. Or we could try to take them with the bow, or directly with sword.
It sees us!
I'm at the rift. It's calling to me.
To me as well, child. I say we take the smallest of glimpses. Hold my hand. Now reach out.
We are Odedan. What need do we have for these mountain tribes?
The Fae say they are essential to our success. The pass cannot be crossed without their aid.
Why cross the pass at all? What will that give us?
Glades. And the realm.
What was that?
A connection to another time and place. Not too far away and only moments ago.
Who were they?
I believe it was the Odedan General and his council. They are consorting with the Fae, emboldened by prophecy or promise somehow.
The Horde intends to take Glades.
Perhaps.
The Odedan are here for plunder. They will always return home in the end.
I fear this general has much higher ambitions than his predecessors. The real question is why the Fae would want him to push so far east. They clearly want conflict. But why?
We should go now.
In a moment. I have business with the princess. Come with me, Alex.
Where are you going?
It will take but a minute. Keep watch for wolves, Shepherd. Over here, Alex.
What is it?
Now that part of you has entered the Fae realm, you will be able to draw from it.
I've entered the Fae realm.
Of course you have. Some small part of you, anyway. Now, no more questions. We must do this while it's fresh in your mind. I want you to draw your weapon.
Okay.
Recall those voices you heard.
Yes. I hear them.
Concentrate on your weapon, and gently ask them to grant you flame.
Press the right trigger to trigger spell.
Flame.
Yes, marvelous. You feel it's warm?
I do.
I think more wolves are coming. We should... Alex!
Over time, with more encounters with the Fae, your powers will grow, Alex.
This is not natural.
It's necessary, considering what we'll have to face.
Flaming weapon spell will increase the likelihood of a critical hit. You will need to learn how to build up magic energy before triggering this spell in combat.
I'll be close by if you plan to follow up on any more leads.
We'll let you know. Monks are certainly loose with stories.
Where to, Alex? The monk gathering. Should we walk through again?
Press right trigger to enter, left trigger to leave.
The monk gathering. Should we walk through again?
Press right. Push down on the left stick to cycle through interactions of interest. Press left trigger to leave.
Ah, there's a fella sober face. They're not in the mood either.
Why aren't the monks concerned with the Odedan here in the mountains?
What interest would Odedan have in a library? That's all the monks here have. It's riches from the mines and clan forges the Odedan are after. I'm on my way to a monastery in Old Sevlin, just an hour from here. The reliquary contains gold and silver, and they're looking for escorts south with the collection. The monks trust me, but I'm still looking for a few more swords. They pay well, in silver.
I don't know, Alex.
Perhaps the monks will have information about the Horde and a route through the pass.
Press right trigger to take up this quest.
We can join you.
Excellent. Come, the others are waiting.
So it's just 6 of us. Will that be enough?
The clansmen are brutal fighters, but they're cautious. The only
Game options menu. Push down on the left stick to cycle menu options.
take on fights they think they can win without losses.
Game options menu. Push down on the left stick to cycle menu options.
It'd be tough for a raiding party to take on 6 armed fighters without casualties.
How much further to the monastery?
Old Sevlin is set on the plateau, just ahead. I see the sisters waiting for us. The boys will load up the cart.
Hayden, it's good to see you.
Likewise, sister. This is Sister Adamari. She'll be coming with us.
Hello.
Have you seen much of the Horde from here?
We have, and they passed us by. Perhaps they didn't know what our monastery holds. What it held, anyway. Word has it they're preoccupied with plundering mining towns. But we can't take the chance they won't be back.
I'm more worried that clan raiders might be watching us. We need to get the cart moving. Hurry it up, boys.
Do you think the clans can resist the Odedan?
They have defensible villages. If they joined forces, they could probably hold off the entire army.
But they won't work together. I've been told the Odedan will have control of the entire region before winter's end. They've already plundered smaller clans and built quite a war chest. I think they're going to use it to buy off the larger clans.
I heard the Mara may even join the Horde.
Heaven help us then.
Hold up. Raiders. 10 at least on the path ahead.
It's the Mara.
Hold your ground. The path is too narrow for them to flank us.
Here they come, Alex.
Raiders. 10 of them on the road ahead.
Game options menu. Push down on the left stick to cycle menu options.
What are you talking about? I don't see anything.
Hold up.
It's the Mara.
Hold your ground. The path is too narrow for them to flank us.
Here they come, Alex.
Quick, this one. You've made a mistake, lad.
Back to your dinger.
That's all of them. Sister. Here, let me help you. Let's get her onto the cart. How did you know the Mara were waiting in ambush?
She's a seer. Never actually met one in the flesh.
A seer?
A conduit to the Fae. Not many believe in such things, but my grandmother knew one. Saw what they could do. Knew the purpose they served.
What purpose was that?
Protectors of the realm, of course. I can die now that I've met a seer.
None of that talk now, sister. Let's get a move on, lads.
Come on, get...
We need to get to safer ground. The camp should be safe for the night. We're well clear of the clans now. You're welcome to leave with your reward any time you like.
We should return to Crow now.
How is the sister?
I believe she'll live. Mountain folk are hearty stock, even the monks.
Where will you be headed after this?
South. Travel in any other direction is too dangerous now. You can join us if you like.
Our business takes us east.
I hope the monk's silver eases the trip some. You certainly deserve it. Take care, protector of the realm.
You have gained 150 copper in coin and salvage.
Where to, Alex?
Game options menu. Push down on the left stick to cycle menu options.
Okay. Okay.
The monk gathering. Should we walk through again?
Press right. Push down on the left stick to
You heard about the mine at Kingolic?
What about it?
10 miners went down the other day, none come back up. The village sent in a search party and they found nothing. No bodies, no cave-in, nothing. And a large mine. 10 men and women vanished into thin air.
Where is this mine?
Just up the mountain. I could show you the way, but I sure as hell ain't going in.
Maggie will want to hear about this.
You really want to be crawling around in a hole?
press right trigger to take up.
Mines are places to discover things. Are they not?
I'm the one who has to see the things you discover.
How much further does this shaft go, Shepherd?
The old man said the mine followed the vein straight into the mountain. The end of the tunnel can't be much farther.
I hear something, just up ahead.
I hear it too. If it is a rift that swallowed the miners, it may explain why there was no trace of them.
What do you mean by swallowed?
I suppose the rifts themselves do very little swallowing. It's what comes out of the rifts that we should concern ourselves with.
I'm not sure what you're hearing, but this is it. This is the end of the tunnel.
You're sure?
Feel it. It's solid.
Hello?
Game options menu. Push down on the left stick to cycle menu options.